Hello and welcome to the AFCrON Nations third place playoff between Mauritius, the hosts, and Zambia. James Carter joined by Jack Shepherd. Just hoping for a good game here, aren't we? A bit of entertainment. Both teams probably won't want to be here. I mean, what are your thoughts on third place fixtures?
I like the third place playoff. I mean, you get a bronze medal, don't you? I mean, it might
you do, but
it will be a good game though, James. I think both these teams, well, we've seen how good they can be. And they just weren't in the semis. So I think we've got a good game here while the pressure's off and just having fun. I think we could see some good football.
I mean, is this what you want to see the final being?
It would have been a good final, but it's not the way the cookie has crumbled on this occasion.
Unfortunately for these two sides.
But at least neither team went home early, so they can count this as a final for themselves, I suppose.
And Febby and Pithy are back in the side.
Yes, and the red card has been rescinded for Sapila Sunzu, has it not?
It has.
The dubious red card.
The committee deciding that was not a worthy red card.
Yeah.
So he will play at this fixture.
And the Gaetan, this time, we're in for the semi-final.
Final time, we are in the Gaetan. We're in Stade Angers tomorrow for the final. And
do you reckon Andy Sophie can nick the golden boot at the last minute from Barry Steenkamp with 4 today?
Oh, it would take a lot, wouldn't it?
It would take a lot, from Andy Sophie. So apologies for the blackness there for a second. There we go. Here we are at the Gaetan Duval Stadium for the third place playoff in the AFCrON of Nations.
Gary Noel, who was elected to that top 10 list.
Yep, he's been good. And there he is in his away top that we've yet to see, but it's nice. And also Zambia in their away top, the orange one.
We put them in their nice kits today.
Yeah, personal favourite of mine.
Cabway, the man who missed the semi-final. Tell the Great.
Yes, Tell the Great. I think that's the gaffer. I'm not sure.
Okay. So here we are.
Yeah.
Beautiful setting.
A lot of Mauritians have turned up today to support.
Just to say their goodbyes.
Yeah, Andy Sophie,
team.
Gary Noel. We've seen all these players before. It's the same team as all the last games.
It is, apart from Pythia comes back in.
Pythia comes in. Zambia, there's one change. Oh, there's no changes. Well, Faxon Kapumbu's back in, isn't he?
Stopper Sunju. Faxon Kapumbu was always there. Roderick Cabway comes back
Cabway
in.
got sent, did he? And he's back.
He would have preferred to be in back for the semi-final. Or a final, should I say.
There's the context 19 there. And I'll just, for the last time, well, I mean, this one doesn't count, but prediction?
4-3.
4-3. I'm gonna say Mauritius will win as well. 2-0. Let's get underway.
Here we go.
So there's only 180 minutes of football left in this tournament without extra times.
Yeah. Unless there's extra time, of course.
And that is not long at all.
Could really do without extra time today. I mean, it's a hot day. Just going to be out there enjoying a bit of the sun.
Oh, and Andy Sophie didn't get much behind that shot there.
Before the final. I mean, discussing the final, are you excited to see? Just hoping for a good game, aren't we, really?
Yeah, I'm hoping to see better than the semi-finals. Is all we can hope for, really.
They were really lacking.
Well, there was some good quality football. It was just all on one side, wasn't it? One-sided football.
Somebody will think, what if they hadn't had them 2 men send off?
Yeah, that was...
Got to keep your discipline though, don't you?
Yeah, well, we saw that it was rescinded anyway, the red card, so maybe they'll feel a bit cheated out of the final.
Indeed they will. And
sorry about that. Press the
right tempo now. Claytis Chama.
So we've got a big build-up for you tomorrow for the Crap World Cup. Not the Crap World Cup, the AFCrON of Nations. We've got road to the final for each team. We've got a preview and a player of the tournament and goal of the tournament. We've got a lot of videos coming your way and a build-up for the final. It's a busy one, so stay tuned after this game. And that was a close effort there.
Adrian Chama. We've got a question the third place game. I'm not a massive fan. I think once you've been knocked out of that tournament, you kind of want to go home, don't you, really? And I have to say, England were in the third place playoff at the World Cup last year, and I took absolutely no interest in that.
It was an awful game as well.
England losing 2-0 to Belgium, I believe.
Yep.
One of the reasons I missed that fixture is because we were watching the Darlington scene. Great American football.
Oh, and a great ball through Andy Sophie, who finishes
Andy
it
Sophie
with
with another goal.
Well, that is his
His
second.
most meaningless goal, but it is a goal.
Yeah. Andy Sophie, he's been good this tournament, and it's meaningless, but
It gives them.
it makes him 2 clear, or 1 clear in second place, guarantees in the second place. Does anything to get a silver boot for finishing second on goals?
Well, maybe we should give him the silver boot because in any other tournament he would be the top scorer, wouldn't he?
Yeah, he would be. It was a great finish, that one.
It was.
Let's have a look at the ball through again, number 8. It's a great assist.
Faxon Kapumbu completely caught, and then he just
And then he whipped
beats.
it into net with some vicious right
That's the
swerve.
goalkeeper.
And he's become famous for his blonde hair, hasn't he? Andy
Yes.
Sophie. I mean, I was supposed to dye my hair blonde in time for the final, but it's come around so quickly. Just haven't had time.
Has.
This tournament seems shorter than
Well,
the World Cup.
we've got
Probably
a
is.
thing for the half the games are missing. 32 instead of 64.
No round of 16 as well. Yeah.
That is where it falls down. No round of 16. Basically half the amount of teams. So, but that extravaganza we found out would be in.
He's run out of play.
Or do we not know that yet?
Sorry,
Do we not know where the Crap World Cup will be heading?
No, we do not know where the crap. That is also tomorrow, actually. Prior to or post the game, we've got the draw for the Crap World Cup.
Well, there's a number of countries in line.
It's a big day, isn't it? Saturday for crap tournaments. Huge day. Biggest day of the year.
To that Crap World Cup. Such an extravaganza it is. But this AFCrON has
It's a long way away yet, isn't it? Yeah, World Cup.
a
We've
lot
still
of
got
time
a few
for
tournaments.
these teams to prepare.
And Willa.
If they end up being there.
Well, you were musing. Was it musing? Is that the word?
Yes.
Musing
potential.
about these. All 2 of these teams playing today, just qualifying automatically for making it this far in the AFCrON.
Yeah, well, it's a case of whether we want the worst teams in or the best of these crap tournaments in, so the overall quality of the Crap World Cup goes up. But we will see.
With Jeremy Villeneuve there, he seems to do that a lot, doesn't he, these days?
Discussions will be had. Zambia will hope to be at the actual World Cup, I would imagine. But I would find it hard to imagine. And I think Unga gets another goal for himself. And it's 1-1. Decent game this so far.
It is a good game, yeah. Ngonga with his 5th of the tournament. There's been so many goals in this tournament.
There has been. Do you like the amount of goals we're having?
I think it's very African. I'm not expecting that in the crap Euros or the Euro crap.
I'm interested to see how the Euro Cup fares, because I feel as though a lot of these sides, I feel the gap is closer in the African Cup of Nations. I don't know whether it's quite as close in Europe. Can Andorra and can San Marino compete with the likes of even Belarus? Can they compete with them? I don't know.
The European style of football is different to the African style of football, and more defensive.
Yes.
More passing it round the back.
Well, as we know, against San Marino and Andorra and the likes, they don't know how to attack when they come up against the likes of. They like to pack themselves in their own half when they're up against the bigger nations.
Yeah, so I think we'll see less goals in the crap Euros for that reason.
And of course, speaking of the crap Euros, we could see Scotland there if they have a disastrous Euro qualifying campaign.
Well, would you like to see Scotland qualifying for a crap tournament? I know I would.
I think I would. I think they'd have a good chance of winning it, wouldn't they?
No, I hope not. No, they finished plumb last. Disgusting Scotland.
They don't have a great side, I must admit.
Andy Robertson.
He would be the best crap player by a long way.
Well, yeah, by a long, long way.
I don't think he's worthy to be in the crap tournament.
He's going to be, isn't he?
But if Scotland do get there, they can avoid that though. They have a playoff guaranteed for the European Championships, despite their current placing in the European Championship group.
Right. Which is Ambalungu.
Away from the European ties, we're back in Africa. And that will be offside.
Sophie was offside there. Just barely, and he was coming back onside, but just the wrong timing on the pass. I think there's a lot of drunk people in the crowd today. That's all there is to do here in Mauritius.
Well, you know, you have the all-exclusive hotels, and you kind of come out to the resort and have a bit of a look.
And Mauritius famed for its child-free hotels, which I am a massive fan of.
Well, I would be a massive fan of that. Sometimes there needs to be child-free hotels.
You pay a little bit of a premium, but my God, is it worth it for not having to deal with little snotty brats all day.
Generally in such sort of places that people don't tend to take children. You're a bit of an ass if you do. Because there is family holidays.
There's a lot of asses in the world, James.
There is family holidays, and there is places where it really should be. Like Mauritius is probably a honeymoon retreat, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So you probably just get out there with your newlywed wife and...
But you know what the world is like these days. People having children before getting wed, so they might want to take their child with them.
They will be living in sin.
They are living in sin.
With their bastard children.
And they would not be welcome in Mauritius. They are very Christian here, aren't they?
It is quite a Christian nation, I believe, yeah. And Zambia, I believe, another Christian nation.
Most of Africa is very Christian anyway, isn't it?
A lot of it is Muslim, actually.
Oh, fair enough.
The vast majority, I would say.
Fair enough.
I'm trying to think of the two nations.
Am I thinking of West Africa that's all Christian?
West Africa is very Christian. That's like... It's particularly the countries where... Well, Ghana.
Well, went back there.
Peter will know a lot better about Ghana. I believe that's Rastafarianism is...
Oh, really?
Is fairly big religion there. They do have the local African religions. Christian, that's more the English-speaking nations. North Africa's obviously Muslim.
It's half-time.
Well, there you go, half-time. We're just discussing
This has been a closer
the religion of all the African nations. Who's even in the fact?
I don't think we were discussing it. I think you were mumbling to yourself about it.
Eswatini. I believe that would be a Christian nation.
All right, okay. Mauritius with only 33% possession. Polar opposite of the last game. Oh, I put my beautiful things back on for you. So 33% possession for Mauritius, 67 for Zambia, but it's only 1-1. Well, we saw Mauritius dominate in the semi-final possession-wise.
Yeah,
and
I think they're playing better than they did then, aren't they? I think Pythia is making a big difference, shutting them down and such.
Yeah, Pythia's he's a good man to have on your team, Pythia. Oh, we have to swap controllers.
We do.
We'll get underway anyway.
Sweat-laden controller there.
Yeah. Sweaty man.
So nervous for that final tomorrow.
Fire Tembo. Good tackle there from Agath. Wilson Agath. Lucy.
Disappointing from Lucy.
Oh, that was wayward to Agath. Here's Andy Sophie going well. Lucy. Andy Sophie loses possession.
Titus Chana. Headed away. Madalangwe. Villeneuve will be dispossessed. Roderick Gamway.
Oh, Villeneuve wins it back. Oh, that was good from Villeneuve.
He got a bit confident there and had an effort. Fair play to the man. What we like to see from Villeneuve.
Yeah, that brings back memories of the World Cup.
It does. Laszlo,
as he was called,
is affectionately known. He decided he would prefer to be called by his actual name for this tournament.
Also represented by his actual ethnicity.
Well, we can't discuss the plastic surgery he has received since that tournament. Oh, and Andy Sophie dispossessed. The man who didn't play in the Crap World Cup. Like to see him in a Crap World Cup one day. He's getting on in his years, so a lot of these players. How different will these squads be if they are at that Crap World Cup?
Visually different.
Visually they may be different.
In the hearts they will be the same.
They may be completely different squads if we're honest with ourselves.
Strong challenge there. Gowinawell wins it back. Here's Andy Sophie.
No, and he could only send that over the bar.
Absolutely sprayed my microphone in spit there.
He kind of Well, it just kind of came to him, didn't it?
He got lucky.
Maybe he should have took more time over.
A little bit more time, yeah. Probably could have passed it to Gary Noel, who was making a surging run.
Well, we know that Andy Sophie has only one thing in his mind, and that is the goal.
Yeah, he likes goals.
He loves goals.
Musa.
Oh, that's a good challenge. I like that challenge. Vicious.
It was a cruncher.
Vicious but good. Andy Sophie just struggling to get purchase on the football.
Villeneuve. Langue. Villeneuve. Gary Noel. It's one.
Oh, Gary Noel!
Well, we might have to add a new goal to the goal of the tournament. Gary Noel.
What a great goal. That's his second of the tournament. He seems absolutely chuffed with that one.
As well he should be. That's a strike and a half. Gary Noel.
Mauritius 2-1 up in this third place playoff.
Well, it won't count for much, but
it counts for a goal on the goal scoring tally, doesn't it?
And it counts in our minds, because that was a strike and a half.
It really was. And you just think to yourself, this is the Mauritius you wanted to see in the semi-final.
It is, yeah. They've been stout everywhere and
beautiful. He beats the turf, doesn't Winnie?
Well, and Weenie could do nothing about that one, to be honest.
He was left hackless.
Yeah, he was left hackless. Gary Noel has done well.
Not just with his breakup play, but his passing forward.
Well, with his striking as well.
Well, yes,
today.
with a better term.
Fire Tembo.
Can we see a bit of excitement from Fire Tembo? Faints several times. Faints still. Keeps going.
It's like Smith.
Yeah, well, kind of a similar result to Smith.
Yeah,
all the time,
similar.
ended it. Maybe too many of them points.
Here's Smith again. Here's Smith. And unlike Smith passed the ball there. That was more Smith.
Andy Sophie struggling in this football match, I feel.
Gary Noel, the goal scorer. That's a nice ball to Andy Sophie, who does well with his chest there. Andy Sophie works himself into a bit of space, and the last-ditch challenge again gives away
a free
kick in a dangerous area. Mauritius.
And he gives Shonga.
Well, I'm sure he'll be furious about that yellow card with Shonga.
Don't give a few of it, Shonga.
I like Andy Sophie's blue long johns, or whatever you'd call them.
His undershorts, yeah.
And Gary Noel takes this one into the wall. And
wow.
Silly play there, because that's a goal kick.
It is a goal kick. 20 minutes remaining of this third place playoff.
And currently Mauritius are the third place team, aren't they? The third best African country, nation, in the crap tournament.
At the crap level.
The third crappest.
Well, what are they? They're probably like...
They're just in the very middle.
The very middle of Africa, really, yes. But, why not, eh? Oh, crazy. I have to say, Jean-Louis has not had much to do today.
Jean-Louis had very little to do.
Has he even made a save?
Well, no, because the goal went in, didn't it? That was the only shot, I think. The only shot on target went in.
Oh, well, Augustin's done a bit rubbish there.
Oh, and he's had a Langue.
Oh, Langue.
Diving save there. Bit of the camera.
Yeah, it was. He's been good, though, as Kennedy. He was left ruthlessly exposed in the semi-final.
Oh, and Alex Ngonga's clean through.
Ngonga!
Good save.
Great save from Kevin and Jean-Louis. Oh, well, what on earth happened there?
That was a bit too much weight on the pass there.
Battling. Always battling. Running into his man. They're still in this, Zambia. They don't want to go home with nothing.
Well, we've seen some good crosses in from the Zambian side, and there's one. Oh,
And
just he held. Did you see how high
What a-
Jean-Louis jumped?
what a leap by Kevin Jean-Louis. Oh, well.
And Willer. Oh, what a great challenge. And Willer could have got it shot away
Fantastic challenge.
a little bit sooner, I think.
Yeah. Got a little off guard.
I think he was
there,
expecting the
wasn't he?
keeper to rush out and he was going to try and chip him or something, but keeper didn't rush out. Keeper's glued to his starting position.
Sometimes a wise way to play it.
It's only a couple of minutes left here, and Zambia have got no hope at the minute.
Well, unless they can launch an attack of some substance.
But it's going the other way. Cabway. Oh, Villeneuve beats Cabway. That's a block.
Deflected.
So it should be a corner.
Given a corner, which will see them, well, maybe see the last few moments out of this fixture.
I don't know how Villeneuve got there first, because Cabway looked like he had the angle.
Cabway just didn't have the pace, did he?
No, he didn't have the pace at all.
No minutes of added time, finally. There must be some, because the referee has still not.
And that's it. Oh no, here's Adelangwe. Hits one at the goalie. Tried to get it away quickly, did Moini, but
It's over. Mauritius are the third place team.
Well,
That was an enjoyable third place bar.
it's good for the fans, I suppose.
It is. It's a good way, a good send off.
Yep.
After that disappointment of the 5-1 defeat to Rwanda.
Yeah, and I'll talk through the highlights. There wasn't loads of highlights.
It wasn't a massively highlight-ridden game. But,
There was one big highlight though, wasn't there?
here is Andy Sophie straight into the arms of.
Well, straight in the feet of the
Yeah.
goalie. Yeah, it wasn't Andy Sophie's best shot, but he soon brought it back to.
Adrian
Score,
Chamber then had an effort. Basic side ending this one.
Yeah, just about side netting.
Andy Sophie gave them the lead. Great ball from Adel Langway.
Great
Again,
finish.
rushing out was Kennedy Mwini. Back of the net. Well, it's the last time we see Andy Sophie.
It's not the last time we'll ever see Andy Sophie, I hope.
At least for another 3 years. Ngonga. He got the goal. The equaliser for.
And there was no assist for that one because it come off a defender, didn't it?
It did. Just turned, did what he does well.
Quality and Gonga finally back to his best.
And then he had a shot.
Nexty. Yeah, it was out the box.
Fired wide.
Here's Villeneuve.
Villeneuve, he was feeling confident, went on, and eventually twisted the shot wide. Andy Sophie, he had an effort. This is one where he sort of snatched in it.
Yeah.
Over the bar. Here's the goal. The winner for the third place playoff. Gary Noel.
Bang.
What a great goal that was. It was good to see the Mauritian fans' spirits lifted by what was a good third place finish for them. They should be proud of themselves.
Yeah, should be proud of themselves. Very much so.
Alex Ngonga. Well, this was a great save, wasn't it, by Jean-Louis? Fantastic goal here.
Made himself big, come out quickly.
He did.
Good goalkeeping. For any aspiring goalies out there.
That's how you do it.
Last shot of the
Nangwe
game.
straight into the hands of Mwene.
The man with a million names.
Yes, Mwene, Mwene, Mwen,
So that's the final
my way.
statistic. There, Mauritius lost with not all the possession. Total opposite of their last game.
So, well, that's the last time we'll see Mauritius for a while. What are your thoughts?
Proud of Mauritius.
They've been great hosts,
Best of
haven't
the
they?
West.
They've been great hosts.
Stop holding on to that one. Yeah, they've been great hosts. Andy Sophie's been a great footballer. Gary Noel's been great.
I think Gary Noel may have edged him in his quality.
I think without Gary Noel, Andy Sophie wouldn't have got half the goals he did, but they've both been good up front duo.
7.5 for Gary Noel.
Gary Noel was man of the match and he deserved it because of that goal.
But yeah, that summarises it. That completes all the games up until the final now.
We've only got one game left now. 90 minutes of football, or maybe 120 if we're unlucky.
Well, I reckon 120 minutes would be good because that signifies that it has been a quality final.
Yeah, that would be true. Do you like my moustache?
Yeah, it's alright.
It's alright, I suppose.
He still has quite a bit of a beard round it. I don't know if he would go clean shaven.
Would never go clean shaven, no.
It's like a moustache.
Right.
Anyway.
So we've got the build-up should start at 4 o'clock tomorrow. Rather than the game is 5 o'clock, but the build-up should start at 4. So we'll see you at 4 if you're intrigued in all that.
We will. I'll be joining Sam.
Yeah, we've got a lot of build-up. So, bye.
Goodbye.